I am Ethan Hudson. I am one of our music department instructors and the director of the musical theater department, and I've been with Circle for 6 years. I began teaching privately before Circle for 3 years or so while I was in college, and then once I was out of college, I came and joined Circle. So probably collectively, we're looking at 9 to 10 years. When I was young, I was musical, but I wasn't into much. My grandfather, Randy, who is actually one of the founders of Circle Christian Arts Academy, he asked if I wanted to learn piano lessons, and I took it. Free piano, why not? And after a few years of it, I started to realize I really like it, and I specifically loved writing music. So I pursued it. While I was doing that, though, when I was 9, I joined Circle and began learning dance classes, and then acting classes, and then tap class, and then vocal classes, and then so on and so forth. I took almost everything I could while I was at the school. As I got near the end, I realized my main focus is going to need to be piano, music, because that's what I was leaning into very heavily. So I pursued that. When I was choosing college, here's my thought process. I want something close, something with a really good music program, and something that's Christian. There's only one school that fits those 3 categories. It's Southeastern University in Lakeland. While I was there, though, I was very impacted. I mean, it was a wonderful music program. My main professor, Dr. Charles Hewlin, he was a Juilliard graduate, Peabody graduate, has performed a lot. While I was there, he actually ended up performing at Carnegie Hall. But while I was there too, I ended up getting a very diverse education. I was in the jazz ensemble, so I worked with several other professors who were jazz professors and learned a ton. That was probably one of the biggest learning moments in my life, is during that jazz period of my life. I also was a part of Southeastern Worship, SCU Worship. They're actually performing music now. They just recently performed at the Dove Awards. So I was one of the local bands, but I got to see how the process worked in a professional setting, what the bigger churches are doing with their setup. We were able to implement those types of things at my church. And now that I'm teaching songwriting and production and live performance, I can give input into that. And we didn't have a lot of music theory tutors, so I jumped in on that in that department. And what I discovered is teaching is a very diverse skill. There's some people need one specific thing, some people need another, and most importantly, you need lots of patience. So that was a very formative experience for me while I was at the school. It even actually opened me up to be able to teach. I taught a college class while I was there. One class, they had me come in and teach a class and then promote the school or the tutoring center on the campus. So I had a lot of teaching experience, surprisingly, while I was being taught at the school. Teaching here at Circle is a joy. It's amazing. We're teaching our arts. We're teaching the craft that I have been building up for my whole life. But on top of that, we get to come in and help the kids learn to be adults, Christians, and these very important things you have to learn on your way to adulthood. I get the opportunity to convey it to young people. How do I become disciplined in a craft? Because that's just a life skill. We're not just teaching piano. I'm teaching how do you keep a job. Surprisingly, you wouldn't think piano, job. I'm teaching people how to keep a job, how to get through college, how to be disciplined in the household. But on top of that, working with the students and helping them find what they love about their crafts is amazing. And when they get to the end and it's the final performance, boy, what a ride. That is one of the biggest, exciting, exhilarating things. My first concert, when I had students in piano, my first performance having them play, it was like a skydiving experience. I was addicted after that. I just was the first year, you're learning, you're figuring things out. But at the end of that, I was like, I want to go again. Let's do it again. So it's one of the most fun things you can do. It's got its challenges. It's hard, right? There's times when you're drained, you're stretched, but the stretching and draining is worth it. Every year, at the end of the year, with the final performances, whether it be musical theater or music recitals, the kids unlock something. You see, I just conquered something big. I can't tell you how many times I've stood in the wings during a piano recital and had to pump up a kid and get them ready. They go out, they perform, they come back, and they're just buzzing. They're so excited, right? But they realize in that moment, I can do this. I just conquered something I thought I couldn't. And then next year, it's a little easier. And next year, it's a little easier. And you find after 5, 6, 10 years of it, right? Just they've been doing it for a long time. They just become these pros, like all of a sudden. They're just like, I got this. I can do it. And they start to mentor the younger students and help them figure it out. So every year I see it with my students. They will become so confident by the end of it. And then you just have to knock them back a couple notches and teach them there's more to learn, right? But I'd rather them be super confident. In our community, in Bradenton, Florida, in Sarasota, Florida, in Palmetto, Florida, and Ellenton, Florida, right? That whole entire community, we have people coming from all those areas. We provide one of the most unique experiences in our community when it comes to art. That I know of, there is no other school making music videos and writing original music and releasing it online as an artist. There's no other school doing that around here. Our musicals, they are involved. We do a lot. The sets are finely crafted. The costuming is world class, in my opinion. The props are realistic. They're amazing. And so the students get to come to this school and they're getting great teaching, art, awesome. But they're getting real world experience at this school. I think we do some of the best art. We create some of the best art, and we create the best environment for students to really understand what it takes to be an artist. It's a very fun time. We do a lot of cool things that you don't get opportunities to do at other schools, and at a rate that other schools aren't charging oftentimes. And so we are pushing the boundaries of what is possible for students to do and to experience in a Christian school.